Hello everyone, I am so happy to see you. According to YouTube analytics, over 70% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. If you guys want Pugsley to eat this month, I suggest you do so. Enjoy the video guys, I love you guys forever and always. Alright everyone, we are back with another tier list. So I got a comment about this the other day. I was kind of skeptical about making it because I feel like people won't like my opinion that much on this topic, but I haven't done it I think a little bit over a year, so I think we're gonna do the Gnar matchup tier list season 14 for top lane. So the reason why I'm kind of skeptical about doing this is because I just feel like people just are not going to like my opinion on this, because matchups that other people find easy I find hard. So yeah, I just want to say before we get started with the tier list, this is all my opinion, and I hope that you could respect that. There's gonna be some champs you already know that Jax is gonna go somewhere in one of the lower tiers because I just don't like the matchup. I complain about it forever, even though it's technically good matchup based on win percentage. So let me know down below what you would change about the tier list. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, Aatrox. This matchup is good, but I have so much trouble with it. I'm gonna put it in good though, even though I have trouble with it. I think the main thing you have to do against this champ is match its or find its patterns and try to dodge his Q's patterns. It's hard to explain his EQ patterns. If you can do that, you can win easily. I suggest taking Swifties. I really like Swifties. But yeah, it's a good matchup overall. I'm not going to explain everything in too much detail. Some things I will, but I'm just going to try to, not spend too much time on each thing because this video is going to be long enough anyways. Akali, I'm going to say this is even for the most part. I feel like both sides have a good chance to win it. I feel like once Akali gets Sheen, that's when she can one-shot you, especially when she is level 6. However, in Mega, we can do the same thing if we hit everything, so that's why I think it's even. Akshan, in my opinion, it is unplayable. I hate this matchup. Anything with more range and that can just get on top of you, I think is unplayable. Plus he goes PTA Ignite, and we have no HP early, so in my opinion, I think if they play it correctly, unplayable. Camille, I think you have to play perfectly to win, in my opinion. This is because the champ, her Q just does so much damage. Oh my god, and then the Q, or not her Q, her shields. I think the shield's the main problem. I feel like I'll lose so many trades when she autos me and that shield happens. It just protects her so much. It's like a free Kanik. That's what I like to compare it to. Feels like she has a free Kanik for a couple seconds. I feel like without the shield, this would be probably a good matchup, even or good matchup, but I think you have to play pretty well to win this. And then yeah, she has gap closer with her E. Cass, I think unplayable because of her range, especially 14.15 next patch. The way they're doing boots or planning on doing boots, this champ's going to be even more disgusting unless they do something with it. Not picked a ton, but I think it's unplayable if they play it correctly. Cho'Gath, I think this, I'm going to say perfect. This is because this is a melee champ that has no movement abilities, no gap closers. He has to rely hitting his Q, and that's the only way he can win. But we have hop, we have movement speed with our hyper. I think this is actually one of the perfect matchups. Okay, now this is where things could get a little bit controversial. I hate this matchup. I'm gonna say play perfectly to win. Yes, I know other players are gonna have this is good, perfect, but my 5 years playing this game, I still don't know how to play against this champ correctly. I know avoid fighting him whenever he has his passive up, or when he's autoing you to get his passive. Dodge his Q. E whenever he E's on you. Make sure there's a minion wave behind you, those things. But I still just struggle. So I don't know, bro. I've always had trouble against this champ. I probably always will. Is what it is, I guess. Dr. Mundo, in recent memory, I do not like this matchup. But it just feels stupid for me to play it put it down here. I think early this matchup is perfect or good, but once he gets Warmogs, it's down here somewhere. So I'm just gonna put it in even slash skill, because like if the Mundo is smart, he'll just farm with his axes until he gets level 6 slash Warmogs, and then it just feels like you can't like really do anything to him unless you like play perfectly. So like it's like a balance between this, so I just put it right in the middle. The win rate on the matchup is really low though. It's like 47-48% win rate, so like maybe it's even down here, but I'll just put it like in the middle, I guess. Fiora, I think it's perfect. Before I would have probably put this good, but now it's perfect because of all the nerfs she got to her W. I think it's pretty good. Only way she can really kill you is if you just completely mess up all your abilities, or if she lands her W on you whenever you try to stun her. So the only way she can win. Other than that, it's pretty easy. Like you can easily out trade as long as you hit a Q and mini and just auto. Make sure you auto correctly. Gangplank, I'm gonna say Gangplank is good. I'm gonna say it's good because like the main thing you have to do is like hit his barrels. If you hit his barrels, I think you can pretty much win. However, the champ is stupid once he gets Sheen. Just can point and click you and just do so much damage. So annoying. But it's like one of the matchups where like if you can hit your abilities, you can win. And like if you get a little bit ahead, it feels like you can't really do much. So that's why I think it's a pretty good matchup. Garen. Okay, so there's two different Garens here. There's Garen with Conquer and there's Garen with Phase Rush. I think Garen with Phase Rush is so cringe. Like, it's not a bad matchup, don't get me wrong, but like it's just like I hate the way, like the play style of Phase Rush Garen, because like he like either plays to one-shot you or he just plays to take the waves and split push the entire game, and it's so annoying. And once you try to kill him in the mid game, late game, like it feels impossible because he can, if he's smart, he just Qs, E's, Phase Rushes away, and it feels impossible to kill him. I'm just gonna say it's even. I know people are gonna say it's perfect. I'm just gonna say it's even because if the Garen is smart, I think he can like play it well enough to get to the mid game where he can just play like so stupid with Phase Rush. If it's Conqueror Garen, I'm gonna say it's good or perfect because he can't do that stupid thing with Phase Rush. But with Phase Rush, I think it's right in the middle. Gnar, of course, even if it's blind pick, I guess. Gragas, I hate this champion. I hate this. Play perfectly to win. Any jungler that goes top lane, they just heal for everything, and it's so annoying. It feels like you have to do everything perfectly. Like, this tier was made for Gragas specifically. I'll admit it. Like, this is one of like the cringiest matchups ever. Like, her W healing is so stupid. His low CD cooldowns, and he can build damage and still be so tanky. Like, it's just like so annoying. And he has like such a good ult that can be used in so many ways. Gwen, I'm gonna say is like even, I guess. The champ does a ton of damage if she can like hit it like correct, like her abilities correctly. But if Gnar can also play correctly, poke and mini, get her invincible thing out of the way, and then can play and mega bait out her ult, it's definitely playable for both Gnar and Gwen, I feel like. But if Gwen plays smart, she can get her item spike and then like kill Gnar easily. Just has to wait for mega. Alawi. So Alawi is just one of those cringe champs where if she hits her E, I think she just wins. But if you can dodge the E, it's pretty good. I personally don't like going against a champ because it's so annoying, but it's like it's good. Like, I would rather go against Alawi than go against most of the other champs, just because like even if you do get hit by E, you can just jump out of it and just kill the tentacles. Like, it isn't the end of the world. You just have to be careful for like stat checking and stuff, because she can just easily stat check you if you try to fight her all in. You have to poke her down a ton. So I'm gonna say it's a good matchup. Graves, I haven't faced Graves that much ever since like Hullbreaker meta. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna say even because I remember that matchup being pretty even whenever Hullbreaker meta was a thing. I feel like this is like actually like one of the range matchups that if you hit your abilities and stuff, you can actually have a chance. Like, I feel like that's like a rare case of like one of the range matchups that you can actually do that. Heimerdinger, I think this matchup, I haven't played it, like some of these champs I haven't played in a while, but I'm still gonna include it. I remember it being like good, because like all you have to do is really hit your stuff in mega. If you hit your stuff in mega, you're good, because like you can pretty much clear the entire wave if you hit your combo correctly. on him and the wave, so like the wave won't hurt you that much. Only problem is turrets. I think that's the only problem, but other than that, I think it's good matchup. Plus you can dodge his abilities to kill him easier, to less risk of dying. Okay, Irelia and Jax. Funny how they're right next to each other. Perma-ban. I hate these champions. Recently, I started perma-banning Irelia again because Jax got the nerfs. His E cooldown is 17 seconds now, level 1, so it kind of matches our E cooldown just a little bit more. Not that much more, but it's definitely, like, you can play around it a little bit more. Irelia, of course, because this champ just counters you. Gap closer, stupid dashes. Just does too much damage for no reason, honestly. I guess her stacks, but once she gets ult, she can one-shot you, so it feels impossible. Your only chance is early, and is if she misses her ability and just completely messes it up. But if she's smart, she just waits until she gets her lifesteal, and then you can't do anything. 900 gold is all she needs, and you're lost. And then Jax, I know, like, that's where people are gonna say I'm stupid, but I hate this champion. Like, right now, it's like here for me. It always probably will be. I hate this champion. And I've said the reason many times. Everything's point and click. If they play the champ, they know what they're doing well enough. Items are always stupidly broken. Always frustrating to play against. Good team fighter, good split pusher. Like, I could just go on and on about this champion. But yeah, I know people probably have it up here as good or perfect, but not me. I guess I'm just a bad player. I say it every time. It is what it is. Jace. This, like, I'm so confused about Jace sometimes, because like sometimes I can just kill him like so easily, but sometimes in his melee form he can just take out 70% of my HP, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck was that? I hate this too because he can reach his item spike so much earlier than you. Like, the fact that it takes us 3,333 gold to get our first item, only takes him 2,800. I feel like that makes a big difference. I want to play perfectly to win, but at the same time, it feels like if you're in Gnar, you can just do the same thing and one-shot him if you build damage. So like, I guess it's even. I don't like the matchup though, so like, it's at the bottom of even. Like, it's more on the closer scale to play perfectly to win. So I'll leave it at the bottom of even. I hate this matchup, but I'm going to say it's even because technically if you build damage and you're in Gnar, you can also one-shot him. I hate the matchups where you just have to one-shot each other. I just don't like it. Kalista, I think this is unplayable if they know what they are doing. I haven't faced Kalista in a while, but the times I faced Kalista, it feels unplayable, especially if they know what they're doing with their jungler. It sucks. It sucks so badly. So, unplayable in my opinion. Kill, see, I used to put this matchup in perfect, but like, something happened that make it that is not perfect anymore. I'm gonna say it's good because like you can still control the state. It's just that her point and click E is so frustrating, and then people finally figuring out that Fleet is better than Lethal Tempo. I've always thought Fleet Footwork was better than Lethal Tempo. They removed Lethal Tempo. She goes Fleet Footwork, and then her win rate like just goes up because Fleet Footwork was always the better rune. People just didn't realize it. So her sustain, like that little extra sustain actually helps, and then if they actually know how to poke you out with because of your low range, her E is higher range than you. Yes, even before 6, her E is higher range than you, so she knows how to do it. It's just like so annoying, but it's still playable. You can still win trades in mini and mega. You just have to hit your stuff. And again, like the demolish thing, like kind of got nerfed, so I think that's another reason why it's down here. If the demolish thing didn't get nerfed, maybe it'll still be up here, but yeah, definitely just good for me. Kennen, I honestly hate this matchup. I'm gonna say play perfectly to win because like technically Gnar, you can perform if you hit everything and he missed positions, but again, this champ has more range than you. This champ doesn't have gap closer, but has good movement ability to get to you, does a ton of damage. I guess gap closer technically with rocket belt, but mainly in lane doesn't have that, so I'm gonna say play perfectly to win because like if you don't hit your Q and he knows what he's doing and pokes you, you are cooked. So like I just really get to hit every Q, hit your fleet procs. Gnar definitely very playable, but I still feel like he has the advantage in whenever we're mini Gnar. Kled, now Kled is like Kled's just a cheesy champ, isn't it? I don't like a lot of these champs I don't play against a lot, but like they're strong in their certain ways. They're just like so stupid. And Cled's one of those champs. I haven't played it in a long time. I think I'm just gonna put it like, I guess an even / skilled. However, like my opinion could change on this in the future. I just haven't played it in a while. Like sometimes I can just play, like if I hit my stuff, I poke him pretty well and go in at the correct times, then I can easily kill him. But then there's some times where he just like one-shots me if I get caught up with his hook. So I'm just gonna say it's even skill if you do the right things. I can't say 100% if that's correct or not. For me, like even me, like me and myself, I don't even know if that's right because I haven't played against it in a while. So yeah. Cassante, I'm gonna say this one. I would rather go against Cassante than most champions, believe it or not. I know he's like broken in a lot of ways, but like I've had more success against Cassante than a lot of other champs. I think it's because melee versus range, of course, and then, you know, he does have gap closers, but they aren't as significant as other gap closers. Like he doesn't like one-shot you fully. Sure, level 6 damage, but like if you rush boots and have sustain runes, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like one of the more perfect matchups for my playstyle personally. Lilia. I hate this matchup. Play perfectly to win. I feel like our best chance, definitely Gnar. I feel like she knows what she's doing. Like she will play safe until she gets her boots. Once she gets her boots, it is cooked. Like this champ's movement speed makes it like impossible for you to hit your abilities. That's why I say it's perfectly to win, because technically if you can still hit your abilities while she's that fast, you still have a pretty okay chance to win. But I'm a player, an R player that has very high troubles hitting my abilities, especially whenever champ has a ton of movement speed, and Lilia is just one of those champs. Malphite, if the Malphite plays correctly, it is a counter pick. It is unplayable. But if they go AP Malphite, I would say it's like one of these two. But I think it's counter pick if the Malphite knows what they're doing. If they take Arcane Comet and build D-Ring, I think it's cooked. Even D-Shield, it's cooked. I think just Arcane Comet alone just does so much, because it has more range than your range early. And then just point and click ability, he just does that over and over. He has such low HP, you're just cooked. And then he just like level 6, he throws 2 or 3 Qs at you, he can just one-shot you if he hits his ult. Like the only way to not die is to flash his ult, and then even then it's cooked anyways because you're such low HP. Burn your flash for ult is never worth. So like, I don't know, I think it's unplayable honestly if the Malphite knows what they're doing. If they go grasp or if they build full AP, I definitely think it's a little bit more playable. But I don't know, bro. I personally do not like the matchup at all. Maokai, you know, I haven't played against Maokai top in a while, but I remember it being so bad. Play perfectly to win. This is because point and click CC, of course. His saplings can actually zone you off from the bushes, so whenever you do poke him, you can't go to the bushes and stop minion aggro. I think that's like so like not looked upon in the matchup against like range matchups. And then his healing with his stupid passive or whatever auto, it's so annoying. And then he just set up ganks like so perfectly. I think play perfectly to win this matchup. Mordekaiser's like, it's definitely, I think I have to put it in skill because it's like a skill shot champ, right? With his Qs and his Es. If you can dodge everything, you win. If like, this is actually like one of the more even matchups. Let me put this closer to the top. Yeah, like not much else I say. If you can hit your abilities and you dodge his abilities, you win. Vice versa. I think it's like one of the more even matchups in the game actually. Even whenever he ults, if you dodge his Qs, you win. Nasus, okay. This matchup just over time gets more and more difficult in my opinion. So before I would have this perfect because you can completely counter him with Demolish Phase Rush. But then they nerf the turret things. They keep on buffing him. Like they nerf before 5 minutes damage your turret, so Demolish isn't as good, so you can't get the plates. They nerf the gold on plates. So honestly, bro, I'm not gonna put it in perfect anymore. I'm just gonna put it in good. If you take Fleet Footwork, you're cooked. You're down here somewhere. But if you take Phase Rush, I think it's playable. Go Swifties, Ghost, match the Ghost. If for fun standard, I think it's fine. But if you're playing to win, if you're taking Phase Rush in a game, it just like you lose so much. Like you lose Precision Tree, and I feel like you have to go Demolish to get the natural lead against Nasus. So that's like one reason why going phase rush kind of sucks. In a ranked game, for fun, I wouldn't care, but in a ranked game, yes. But yeah, I'm just gonna put this in good matchup. I'm not gonna say perfect because of all the things that they've done, like Riot's done, the plate gold, the damage to turrets, and then just Nasus getting a ton of buffs. So yeah, Nidalee, I'm gonna say play perfectly to win. I hate junglers that come to the top lane, especially this one. This one, like, just like the range and then heals so much, like actually so annoying. But again, Mega Gnar, I guess if you play hit everything, it's fine. Technically, if you play perfectly, you win. So yeah, I definitely don't like Nidalee. Nocturne, I haven't faced Nocturne in a while. I'm gonna say even / skill. If you get hit by the fear, you are cooked, so you do have to save your E for that. But relatively, it's fine as long as you hit your Q and you can kite him out. I think it's fine. I think that's even. Olaf, I kind of debated putting this in counterpick / unplayable, but technically, I think if you dodge all his Qs and you kite perfectly and you don't let him touch you, you can win it. But with all those things being said, it is definitely going at the bottom of play perfectly to win. This champ, I cannot stand, honestly, bro, because if he hits one Q, you're pretty much cooked. You pretty much have to burn flash. If he hits another Q, you're dead. So I don't know, bro. And then even like sometimes he can bait you in with his W shield and with his lifesteal, and then you just get cooked again. And you think you can kill him, but then you just end up dying. Like, it's so annoying. And then of course his ult makes your Mega Gnar useless. You basically have to pray that you dodge everything, and then you have to pray that you can kite him perfectly if he chooses to chase you. Ornn. See, I want to put this in even / skilled, but like, I'm gonna put it in even / skilled. The matchup is like so annoying because like this tank does so much damage, but like you can technically dodge that damage if you like use your E correctly. You hit your boomerangs. Obviously don't go in and mega unless he wastes his abilities, and then like, yeah, it's technically even at that point if you can do that. It's just like one of the harder ones to do, I feel like, but it's technically possible. So maybe I'm playing more like perfectly to win, but I'm playing even / skill. Poppy, if the Poppy knows what they're doing, I think it's unplayable. Her passive auto with grasp, if she abuses that, you are cooked. That will actually do so much damage, especially if she builds Sheen. You are absolutely cooked if she does that. And then pretty much everything, like everything's point and click except for her Q and R, I guess. But if she uses her E correctly and doubles W's on top of you, like she's probably going to hit her Q anyways. And then her ult's just annoying, of course, just later on in the game. She's gonna use that in her combo to kill you. I'm gonna say if they play it correctly, it's pretty unplayable in my opinion. Like a tanky champion like this shouldn't be able to do the damage that she does, in my opinion. Quinn, I'm also gonna say counter pick / unplayable. Just because, like I said earlier, more range than you. Her combo can pretty much do over half your HP, especially goes electrocute. Even with fleet, she can out sustain you and stuff. I think only chance is Mega Gnar, but I think Mega Gnar is even unplayable because she can backflip. If she times it correctly, she can backflip your Mega Gnar combo, and you can't do anything about it. You're just kind of stuck there. Unless you hit a desperation Q, but even if you hit that, like, you're not in range to do anything, so it's kind of hard. If she plays it correctly, unplayable in my opinion. Pantheon, I'm going to say play perfectly to win. Any point and click CC champ that basically does half your HP, I'm going to put in this category. All I have to say is point and click W, ignite, PTA. So annoying. You're forced to take bone plating, which I hate, but you're forced to take bone plating, and then even then that's a 45-second cooldown. So like you have to play back whenever he has his W up again. If not, you're just gonna get half HP'd and you're cooked anyways. So I think Mega Gnar, your best chance 100%. You have to poke him out a lot in Mini Gnar with your Qs, but it's technically, you know, if you play perfectly, it's technically possible. Rammus, I'm gonna say this matchup is good. Definitely one of the better matchups. I think his best chance is if he proxies you. In that case, I think it's just annoying. That's why I'm not playing him perfect, because he can proxy you. If he couldn't proxy, I'll say perfect. But yeah, since he can proxy, playing good. And then, yeah, that's basically it with Rammus. Renekton, I'm gonna say play perfectly to win. I know like a lot of Renekton 1 tricks. A lot of people are gonna say that Gnar is a counter pick, but like you have to understand his E cooldown is lower than our E cooldown. So at the end of the day, if they know that, they can abuse you. They can deny you CS. They can do like get better trades. And then same case with Pantheon. Honestly, point and click W. If he has PTA Ignite, like you're cooked, it can basically do half your HP / one shot you. And then not only that, his Q sustains. So like he also has healing in lane. So like I don't know, bro. Like if he messes all that up, I guess, then you can technically kite him down and do a lot of his HP, potentially kill him. But he has to mess up so much for that to happen. Like he has to make, like it's very easy to make the Gnar E away, especially if you know how to play Renekton and know how to use the double dash. So yeah, that's why I think it's like one where you have to play very, very well to win. Maybe if Renekton like didn't have crazy stupid damage, didn't go PTA didn't go Ignite, it would be more even, but I think Renekton has the advantage in my opinion. Rengar, I hate going against this champion, man. I feel like I say that against every champ, but I hate going against this champ. Like it's just so cheesy with the bushes. Like I'm just gonna say play perfectly to win, maybe. I don't know, bro. I personally don't like the matchup, so I would have put it there. You have to like play like so away from the, if you play near the bushes, you're just cooked. So you have to play to like more towards the jungler, or you have to play so back. It's so annoying. He can still like jump up to the minions and then hit his stun on you, like, or root, whatever it is, and then still do a ton of damage to you. And on top of all that, he goes fleet. So like even if you do have a decent J with him, he's just gonna heal it all up. So like I don't know, bro. It's one of I don't like it. Like the gap closers are just too much for me. Good old Riven. I personally have, in my history playing this game, I've had so much trouble versus Riven. I know other people say it's like one of the best matchups in the world, but like I don't know, bro. I'm like one of the Gnar players that just have the most trouble with the easiest matchups apparently. I think it's play perfectly to win. I don't care, bro. I don't care what anyone says. I kind of do, but it is what it is. Like it just has so many dashes, so many gap closers, her just shields, such low CC. It feels like if you miss position once, you just get one shot. Like I don't know, man. I've never liked it. It is what it is. My opinion, I guess. Ryze, I guess is like one of the range champs that are easier. I'm just gonna say even because like everything's point and click with them. So like, well, I guess one ability isn't, but pretty much everything else is point and click. Thank goodness I don't see it often. Like maybe if I face a good Ryze, it would be down here, but I haven't faced like that many good Ryzes, so I think it's like even, I guess. For right now, that's my opinion on it. Rumble's a champ for like just cheesy level 1. Like you have to stay back. Like Flamethrower can one-shot you level 1, believe it or not. So like you just have to stay back. Mega Gnar is definitely good. I'm gonna say it's even, cause like Rumble, like if you dodge the abilities, you're good. If he hits his abilities, you're just gonna lose. So it's like a matter of spacing and dodging abilities. If you can do that, I think it's definitely winnable, and you can play pretty well in Mega Gnar. I'm gonna say Set is more of an even matchup as well. Set, I like to see it as the less like, it's pretty similar as Darius, but it's not as bad since he doesn't make you bleed. That's how I see it, because like his E can pull you in, and after that he just does a ton of damage with his abilities, but at least he doesn't make you bleed. So that's why I like Set a little bit more. I think if you can dodge his E, if you can bait it out with your E, it's pretty good. Hit your Qs, kite it out properly. I think it's more of the even matchup. Sejuani, same thing, pretty even. Yeah, Sejuani is definitely one of the more balanced matchups. If you can dodge his stuff, you're pretty good. Like this is actually like one of the tanks I think that are like good even matchup. Shin, I've seen that Shin's had like we've had a low win rate against Shin for a little bit now. For some reason, I haven't faced Shin in forever though. So in my experience, it's like, I'm just gonna say it's even. If you can hit his taunts, it's pretty difficult. But if you can dodge the taunt, like you can kite him out a lot, you can do a ton of damage, poke him out a ton. So I'm just gonna say it's even, but like this, like I could face this very well within like the next week or two, and then I might change my opinion and put him down here. But like I haven't faced him recently, so I'm not 100% sure. Karma. I hate supports top lane. Whenever this champ is meta, it feels so bad. One, she has more range than you. Her CC is annoying. Her like Q feels like, or whatever it is, feels like it does half your HP every single time she hits it at you. Like everything is just so annoying whenever this champ is meta top lane. So I'm gonna say play perfectly to win. Shyvana I think is a good matchup. I haven't played it against it recently, but whenever I do play against it, I think it's pretty good. She doesn't have a gap closer until she gets her ult. She can one-shot you with your ult if you're not careful though, but you can like wait that out. So I think like early it is pretty good matchup. Sion, I'm gonna say this is perfect as well. I feel like the only way that Sion can actually beat you is if he cheeses you and gets a Q in the bush. I think that's like one of the only ways he can actually beat you. Other than that, I think it's pretty good matchup because like Gnar, you can cook him, like you can, whenever he's trying to do his Q, you can stun him. If you do your combos correctly in Mega, he's just cooked. Actually one of like the better matchups that you can have. Gnar, I haven't faced Gnar in a little bit. I'm just gonna say even, or I'm not even gonna rank him actually. I haven't played the rework Gnar that much actually, so I can't really have a good opinion on it. I don't want to rank it yet. Swain, I'm gonna say Swain's even. I haven't faced Swain in a while either, but I've played it versus enough, I think, to know. It's like just basically skill matchup. If he can hit his abilities, he's gonna win. If you can dodge abilities, you're gonna win. If you can hit your abilities, of course. And yeah, pretty much simple as that. It's kind of like Mordekaiser. If you can dodge his pool, his grab in, then I feel like you can play pretty well against him. Only difference is that he's ranged, so he can poke you out a little bit more. But it's like not as bad as some of these other champs that will just deal 100 HP per auto. Sylas, I'm gonna say this is a good matchup. Sylas picked mid lane, I think is pretty annoying because then you just take your ult, but I think the matchup itself is actually not too horrible. If you can poke him a lot and dodge his E, then I think pretty good matchup. He can one-shot you though if he gets his ult and gets on top of you, but as long as you dodge his E, you're pretty good. Okay, Thomas, the good old Thomas. Tahm Kench, I think is a good matchup. Actually, I haven't played against him in a while. Maybe with Warmogs, it's kind of like Dr. Mundo. It definitely could be like that. But I'm going to say it's good because I just feel like he would build Sunfire to Hearts Out. If Warmogs Thomas, I'll probably put it down here with Mundo. But relatively it's good. Only like threat, I think, is whenever he tries to hit his E on you. If he hit his E on you, then you definitely could be cooked and then he could eat you. But other than that, I feel like it's pretty good as long as you just dodge his stuff. Teemo, I personally don't like Teemo, man. I'm gonna say play even, I guess, even. Because like, I know if you can hit your Qs, it's definitely playable. If you don't hit your Qs, you're cooked. But if you hit your Qs, it actually does damage. Like, Teemo's actually one of the other champs that are actually squishy. Like top lane, so. If you can hit your Qs and hit your stuff in Gnar, it's actually pretty good, I think. Or I think it's more like even because of his blinds. And he does have the ability to dodge your stuff with his W, so I feel like it's more of a skill matchup, I guess. Tristana, Unplayable. I played against this a couple times, not in recent memory, but a couple times, and it is unplayable. One of the highest ranges in the game, so that's already bad. And then everything's point and click with PTA, unplayable. Like, do I need to say it anymore? Maybe with the nerfs it's more playable, but I personally would not want to go against it again. Trundle, I'm gonna say is good. Trundle is definitely like an easy champ to play, but I definitely think it's easy for Gnar. Not perfect because if he does get on top of you and you don't have E, you are cooked. But if you save your E pretty well, then I think it's good. You can kite him out really, really good. I think even if you're having trouble still, take Phase Rush, then I think you'll be golden. But even with Fleet, it's still good. Tryndamere, see, this champ's just so cheesy. Like, it just depends on the Tryndamere player, I guess. Like, you have to watch out level 1 because they'll just eat on top of you and they auto you 3 times, half your HP is gone. So, like, it's just a cheese champ. I think once you get E, it's a little bit better. I'm not going to put it in good because I struggle against it. Like, I'm not going to put it in good if I struggle against it. So I'm just going to put it in even. If you can kite pretty well and not let him get on top of you, I think it's pretty good. But I personally don't like it at all. Singed, same case as Rammus, honestly. If they know the proxy, I think it's just cringe. But if they actually land against you, I think it's okay matchup. I think it's good enough. Actually, see, like Warmog's meta changes this so much. If they build Warmogs, it might just be cooked, but early game it's good, so it might just be another case of Dr. Mundo. Twisted Fate, if the Twisted Fate is good, it's unplayable. This matchup's unplayable. I know it got nerfed, but everything's point and click. Or not everything, but if they know what they're doing, it's point and click, let's be honest. Point and click CC, goes fleet, so out sustains you, out roams you, like, so annoying. I'm gonna say counter pick. I like personally hate going against the champ. Only chance is in Gnar if they let you, but if they're smart, they'll just run away for 15 seconds, then come back, and then you can't do anything. Maybe it's more play perfectly to win because you can technically like just stay back, but I guess I'll put it there. But like, it's like right in the middle between those two. Udyr, I'm gonna say Udyr is a good. You just have to avoid his like, I forgot what it's called, his like fire thing that comes out and like does half your HP, his AP ability, whatever that is. If you can avoid that, I think it's pretty good. Only problem is you just feel like you auto this champ 20 times and he takes no damage. So, but I think it's pretty good because it doesn't really have like a good gap closer on you and you can cut him out. Urgot, honestly, Urgot, I thought this match was more even, but I think if the Urgot's smart, bro, and they take PTA, you're just cooked. I'm gonna say play perfectly to win. Like PTA, Urgot, level 1, like can actually just ruin you, in my opinion. Especially if they like take E. If they hit E, you're cooked. I know people say, oh, but flash E is their only chance, but I don't know, bro. I feel like this champ just does so much more damage than does early, and it's ranged, so like it's so hard to trade. Like you have to hit everything. You have to fleet correctly. You have to hit everything in Mega. And even so, if he hits his E, I think he wins. So you just have to play it pretty well to win this matchup. Ferris, unplayable. I versed this season, and oh my god, it was unplayable. Never want to play against that champ again. Like I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Vayne, pretty much same thing. Unplayable if the Vayne is know what they're doing. Like, Vayne is such a disgusting champion, honestly. Her Q, level 1, does a 6 of your HP. She takes Fleet Footwork, so she sustains. She also takes Ghost, so it's hard to hit your abilities. She turns invisible with her ultimate. She has her E, so she has safety against you, against your engages. Like, it's actually just like so hard. Like maybe if Gnar's E had like the new Aurora ability, I forgot what it's called, or Unstoppable, that's what it's called, Unstoppable. If Gnar's E had Unstoppable, a lot of these matchups I think would be a lot more playable, but like since Gnar's E, you can interrupt it, like it's just so cooked, I think. And yeah, this chance is, yeah, unplayable if they know what they're doing. Viego, if he gets on top of you, kind of cringe, but I think if you can use your E correctly and cut him out, hit your Q, I think it's pretty even. I haven't played against Viego top in a while though, but it's technically still a thing, I think, so yeah, I'll just play even. Vladimir, unplayable, point and click. Even if you hit your abilities, still feels like he out sustains you and out damages you. Unplayable, never knew how to play against the champ, is what it is. Volibear, I'm gonna say is good. I feel like this champ can like easily cheese you though. If you get cheesed by this champ, you're cooked, but overall it's good. Like you can kite him pretty well. If he maxes Q, like that ability where he just charges onto you, like I think they're smart, but you can still play around it if you play smart and think about it. So as long as you can kite and then like not get baited in to think you can kill him until he's actually like really low, I think it's a pretty good matchup. Warwick, I'm just gonna say it's even because like the Warwick would just heal for everything, but if you can dodge his R and use your E correctly to like get away from his fear, I think it's definitely winnable. Wukong, I think play perfectly to win. The champ has a stupid clone ability, the stupid invisible dash thing, can one-shot you once he gets to level 6 with his full combo. I think you have to do so much, and then the fact of all that, it's pretty much point and click. Like, it's so hard. I hate point and click champs, Riot. Please just remove them. Oh my god. So yeah, play perfectly to win. Yasuo, if the Yasuo is good, play perfectly to win. I don't care. I don't care what the win rates say. If the Yasuo is good, you are cooked. I don't care what anyone says. The wind wall makes it where you can't poke at all. His Q is such a low cooldown. He has infinite dashes if there's a wave. Like, the only way he loses is if he just messes something up. So that's why I think it's play perfectly to win. It's hard whenever it's hard for a good Yasuo player to mess up whenever they're one-tricking the champ. I think it's impossible. Flame me all you want. I don't care, bro. I think it's impossible. Yone, I definitely think Yone is definitely a little bit more. If you can dodge his Q knockup, I think it's definitely more playable. He does get guaranteed damage, but I think Gnar definitely a lot more playable. Like, the fact that this champ doesn't have wind wall just makes it so much more playable. If Yasuo didn't have wind wall, a lot more playable, but Yone doesn't have wind wall, definitely a lot more playable. I think suits Mini Gnar a lot better. Yorick, honestly, bro, cringe matchup, but if you can dodge his abilities, I think it's definitely playable. I have trouble against Yorick a lot of time, but whenever I do dodge his abilities, it is pretty easy. So, yeah. And then Zac, I'm just gonna say play perfectly to win. Because, like, if you dodge his E, if you can pick up all his little slime thingies where he doesn't heal and he doesn't hit you with anything, you can technically win it. I don't think it's unplayable, but champ is cringe, should be in the jungle, not in top lane. Why can champs like Gragas and Zac play 4 different roles? I still don't get it to this day, honestly. And yeah, that is the tier list. So there's some champs that I guess you could say that could technically go top lane, like the Lee Sin or the Skarner or the Rek'Sai. But honestly, bro, I just put the champions that I mostly play against. Like, there's some champs I don't play against a lot, but I still put them in here. But yeah, this is my tier list. I think I definitely have more champs on the lower side than the top side, but that's fine. That's my opinion. This is 100% my opinion on things. I think these are the 4 best matchups up here. Cho'Gath, Fiora, Cassante, Sion. I think those are the best matchups currently. Patch 14.14, I believe, in my opinion. And then I know people are gonna flame me over the Jax, the Darius, whatever, bro. I don't really care. The Riven, I don't care, man. It's my opinion. I think one thing you can notice with counterpick Unplayable, most of them are just champs that outrange you or pretty much point and click base. I think those are like the most unplayable if they know what they're doing. And then you just have like a lot of variety and play perfectly to win and even / skill. But yeah, that is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think down below. Maybe I change some like things up if I think about it really hard, but this is just like me doing it like in about an hour, just on the top of my head. I'm sure I would change things like in a week from now, but this is my tier list for now. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I love you guys forever and always. Bye bye.